Good afternoon, everybody. And very happy to be in Wales. I was long time looking forward to coming to Wales, so it happened this time. And I have first I say that Steve and all others who have organized this program, thank you very much. From Buddhist point of view, providing the opportunity to listen to Dharma is a great deed. In the sense, even though person is not Buddhist and does not believe in Buddhism, but hear the Dharma, in the Dharma it is said that through hearing Dharma, it plants the seed of Dharma in your mind. So, to ripen that seed depends on our individual effort, individual faith, and the devotions. Buddhism is (2,500, 600 years old. Compared to our human age, of course, it is very long. But then, compared to from the existence of this world, from the existence of the humanity, it is not very long. But Buddha came on that sort of time to teach the Dharma. Though Dharma was needed from the existence of this world, because the main purpose of the Dharma is to liberate us from our difficulties. Today we have so many difficulties. We have so many new difficulties like stress, anxiety, or what else that Gary knows. There are many these sort of things, which was not there in the beginning. So, Buddha's teaching is us to liberate from all sort of the sufferings temporarily and permanently. But the Buddha did not come early on in the beginning of the existence of this world, because to teach the Dharma, it needs a certain time and conditions that people can digest, that people can accept or agree for the necessity of the Dharma. So in earlier times, the world was not as miserable as now. People that time used to live 10,000 years, even more than that. People did not need much food to eat, or much people didn't need actually to cook the foods. It is called that we have a, what do you call, foods, everything grows on the field by itself, ready to eat. So then, if Buddha came there and tell them, oh, you must practice Dharma, because where we are is miserable, they will not agree. It is not miserable. We have enough food to eat, and we have no other problems. So therefore, the Buddha did not come. Buddha came during the time when people can understand our life. People can understand the difficulties of the life. And people who wishes to find the ways to solve the difficulties and to liberate ourselves. So liberate does not mean from this place to other places. Liberation is our mind. Mind, we have to liberate our mind. It is the mind that controls us, that controls our all five aggregates. If there is no mind, our five aggregates will be passive. Passive? Won't move it. Won't feel anything. But it is because of the mind that we have this feeling, movement, and need of better life and need of liberation. So the Buddha's teaching is actually to liberate this our mind. So how to liberate this mind is we have to examine the attitude or habit of this mind. Like we have all the negative emotions, such as ego, self-cherishing, jealousy, and pride, and so many other negativities. So because of that, our mind feels so difficult. Mind is not freed. When you are sleeping, more comfortable. Because you don't have all these things. All these things are closed temporarily. So you have a sound sleep, good sleep. But when we wake up, then we have all these negative emotions. Then mind is disturbed, and the mind becomes more mind can feel dissatisfaction. I don't have this, I must need it. He has this, I must also have this. And like this, it's many things to say about these negativities. Basically, we have the first thing is ego. We believe that I exist truly as an entity. But if you will go to search that I, you will not find that I. So where is this I, for example? We are made up of with 5 aggregates. And if we go to such each and every one of these 5 aggregates, you cannot say, this is I. This aggregate is I, not others are I. You cannot say. So, we just togetherness of these all 5 aggregates, then we have feeling of I. But that togetherness actually does not exist. Togetherness is only the perception. It doesn't have any form. It just, we made it. Our mind made it. But then because of this, we have strong I and others. Then we have a my happiness and jealousy for others' happiness, and then create so many conflicts, competitions, etc. So all these, Buddha's teaching said that all these are our, what do you call, unnecessary thing, and the extra job that we are creating. These will never give us any peace and real satisfaction, and it will continue to make our mind less contented, less satisfied. So Buddha's teaching said, first, so we have to get rid of all this ignorance. And then, ego, clinging to I exist. Strongly, we believe I exist. So when we believe that I exist, definitely then we will have the others. And also we believe that others exist strongly. And then in between, competition, jealousy, everything comes. But if you don't have this kind of feeling, everybody can be together, everybody can be happy, can share the happiness each other. So the Buddha's teaching is teaching this to make our whole humankind, not only humankind, all the sentient beings, to live together, live with peace, with love and compassion. That is the basic Buddhist teaching and practice. Then you can go higher and higher, which can make this present mind more enlightened, and finally this will transform into the wisdom. So when it is transformed into the wisdom, that wisdom is the Buddha. The physical statue and painting, all these are just a symbol. The real Buddha is the transformation of our mind into the wisdom. So therefore, Buddha said, all the sentient beings has the full right, full opportunity to become Buddha like himself. So once you become Buddha, then you are equal with the Buddha, Shakyamuni, equal with all other Buddhas. And then you achieved such a great wisdom that can see, that can read the past situation, present, future situation, that can read someone's mind, that can read somebody's past and future situations. Everything can be read. So the Buddha's purpose of giving teaching is that there is a possibility for us to be with such capability, that you can see the past, future, you can fly, you can manifest yourself as an animal, you can sometimes manifest as a human being, you can manifest as a female, as a male, small daughter, small baby. Whichever way you can benefit others, you can come in that form. So therefore, Buddhas can be in the animals. Buddhas can be in the insects. Sometimes Buddhas can be as a tree. Sometimes Buddhas can be as a water, bridge. Wherever is necessary for the other beings, they will come in that form. So we have such a ability as a human being. So that's why Buddha said, human life is precious, precious life. If we were we were animal, insect, bird, etc., though they have the kind of the mind that can become a Buddha or wisdom, but they have no opportunity to engage with the Dharma practice. Because one thing is, you will not find any teacher who can speak in birds' language, in animals' language, etc. So it is very difficult. But here we especially we in these houses, more opportunity compared to all other human beings who are really suffering, who are suffering from poverty, etc. But then compared to them, we are so lucky. We have this opportunity. So when you have this opportunity, we must not waste this opportunity. We must not misuse this opportunity. Sakya Pandita says, Deva chuna chabade chimbi deva tomisi. Understand? Deva chuna chabade chimbi deva tomisi. So it means Deva chuna chabades. Those who desire a minor happiness, they will not achieve the greater happiness. So what we see the happiness in this world are not a greater happiness. These are very minor happiness, impermanent happiness, very fragile happiness. And this happiness can bring us suffering, such as sadness. Young boy, young girl, they meet very happy, they love each other, they like each other, but sometimes due to some situations, they separate. So where is this happiness now? This happiness causes you to separate, to feel the sadness. So we cannot find real happiness from this. If you have money, you are very rich, still you cannot find the real happiness. Real happiness means it should be happiness all the time. This happiness should not bring the sadness, suffering, or difficulty times. The world is the richest one today. One of them is the Elon Musk. He has a lot of money, but he is also suffering in many ways. So, money is not the thing that to solve our suffering. High position is not the thing that solves our suffering. One's reputation is also not to solve the suffering. They are all the temporary happiness, but they will ultimately bring us suffering for us. For example, when there was a war in anywhere, any country, anywhere, then the rich people, high-class people, they suffer more than the poor ones. Because poor ones are always, life is like that from the beginning. But the rich ones, their life changed suddenly. So therefore, what we have happiness, what we have wealth, what we have a big name, high position, title, these are sooner or later, it brings us the sadness. We don't realize it, but it will bring the sadness. So, the sadness is not good, isn't it? Huh? Sadness good? Sadness is not good. We should always be happy. Dharma practitioner, it is said, whether you face a difficult time or whether you face the good time, your mood should be same all the time. Joy, happiness. Then that person indicates, he is Dharma mind. He may understand the Dharma. He may be practicing the Dharma. Otherwise, today, many people claim to be a Dharma practitioners. But when the situation comes, they change. That means either not understood what the Dharma means, or maybe not engaging with the Dharma practice seriously. Many mind training, many masters who wrote the mind training teachings have said, if I have happy life, that is very good, because I need a happy life. But if I don't have the happy life, that is also very good, because I will have a less problem. So basically, how you deal with the situation in this world depends on how you deal, how your mind understands, how your mind acts with the situations. It depends on that. So I'm talking too much now. So now I will go to the main point of Buddhism. Main point Buddhism is, as I said in the beginning, basically, it is not to make rich, not to make you rich, not to make you famous. But you practice, you will become rich, you will become famous. But the motivation, Buddha's motivation to give teaching, and our motivation also should not be to achieve the worldly worldly happiness, worldly benefits, etc. To practice the Dharma, we should try day and month, year, to make our mind more simple, more simple. When mind becomes simple, we will not have jealousy. Our jealousy will become small. Our anger will become small. And our ego will become small. Then, when they are small, that much we can gain happiness. So, Buddha's teaching, love, compassion, bodhicitta, these three are principal practice of Buddha's teachings. But actually, Buddha's teaching are what we call the vehicles. There are three vehicles. Theravada vehicle, Mahayana vehicle. Mahayana is divided into two, Bodhisattva yana and Vajrayana. So then three yanas. Theravada is only today's time. We call the Theravada and Mahayana. But in the earlier time, called Mahayana and Hinayana. But today, if you call Hinayana, they will not be happy. Because Hinayana means small, minor. Yana is the vehicle, small vehicle. And Mahayana means great vehicle. But it doesn't mean to compare in that way. The purpose of giving this Mahayana, Hinayana is, the Hinayana, you need the practice, you don't need the bodhicitta. You don't need the compassion and loving kindness. Though they are Buddhist, what they need is, of course, taking refuge. Then they practice the 5 precepts. And then they have some, shamatha, vipassana meditations. So that will liberate their mind. But that liberation is not big. That liberation is kind of limited. With that realization, such realizations, your mental ability is not as big as bodhisattvas. Because, for example, Theravadas, they may come they may manifest. They may realize one life or 2 lives of your past, but then they don't. Beyond that, they will not realize because they have not enough wisdom. And manifestation also, miracle manifestation also, theirs is limited. Whereas bodhisattvas are very greater. For example, bodhisattva, when you achieve the first bhumi, first enlightenment, there are 11 enlightenments. Now it comes to the Mahayana teaching. 11 enlightenments, and 11th one is the Buddha, Samyak Sambuddha. So, first level enlightenment, when you achieve the first level enlightenment, you are no longer human, ordinary sentient beings. So you are called the bodhisattvas, real bodhisattvas, transcendental bodhisattvas. You have so much qualities. He or she can read someone's 100 lifetimes of the past, 100 lifetimes of the future. He or she can manifest in 100 times of himself or 100 times of anybody. And like that, the quality is difference in the qualities. And then like future life, also they can understand according to the first level will read what will happen after next few hundred years, or next few hundred life, where you will be, how you will be doing, who you will be meeting, everything you can read, but not more than 100. Still you have to put effort to practice the Dharma. But you will never fall down. Once you achieve the first level of enlightenment, you will not fall down in samsara. If you want to come as a samsaric being, you can come. But you don't have to come. And you can benefit sentient beings many ways. So anyway, like that. And 11th one is the Buddha. 11th one is Buddha. So now his quality is unlimited. He can manifest in millions and million forms at one time. He can see the millions of past life, millions of future life of someone. So that is the quality. So to become a Buddha means we have to become, this mind has to become with this sort of ability. This mind has all the possibilities of becoming like that. But we don't put too much effort because not interesting. Not interesting. And also very difficult to get the result. And it doesn't make my living better. It doesn't make my, relationship better, etc. Thinking that, then we don't really care very much about the necessity of the Dharma. But the necessity of the Dharma is actually very, very important. Because Dharma practice is actually only way to take the good advantage from our life. This life, we got this life, but if we just finish our life like that, we have not been able to take good advantage of our life. But if we engage with the Dharma, and this our mind becomes more clear, we are taking advantage of this life. So now the question will be whether there is past life or future life. That is the question now. Many people don't believe the future life. Therefore they feel that what is the point? I better enjoy this life here. Whichever way I can make it myself happy. Happy with the wealth, happy with the beauty, happy with the, title, happy with the positions. And they don't care about the future life. But I feel every one of us will feel, or every one of us will question to ourselves about the future life. When? Definitely at the time of death, definitely we will ask this question. Even though you don't believe in the Dharma, even though you don't trust, Buddha or anything, when that time comes, this question will definitely come. Now, what I'm going to happen? Doctor said, okay, I have no chances. So now, what am I going to be? This question will come. When this question comes, it's too late. Now you can't do anything. But if you have a Dharma mind, you practice the Dharma as much as you can, at least at that time, you will have some peace. Because you will feel, well, I tried my best during this lifetime. I tried to be a good human being. And I tried to practice Dharma as much as I can. So definitely my next life will be not bad. This will come at least at that time. So now how? How the past and future life? This our mind continuation. This is before we born as a man or woman, whatever. This mind is there with another body. That body could be animal's body, or that can be the human body. That can be the God. That can be the hell being. And that person, whoever we were, finished, left the body, and the mind then look for another life. And then when the parents, they have this, time, this time we go there. And then we will be caught up with their Siemens in there, between there. And then slowly these Siemens become, develop. And then our physical body shape will come slowly. And then this mind, got another new body. But then when this new body, the lifespan finished, then this mind has to leave this body. And then depending on his karma, he or she will get a new life. Could be human being, or unfortunate, maybe human being, or maybe animals, maybe fish, lobster, frog, or snake. So it is said, ngama kanji tadi lelatus, tadi lulatus. How you have been in the past life, you look at your present life. If you have a good life, means you have been good in the past. And chima kanjung tadi lelatu. How you would be in the future or next life, you judge your action, present action. If you have done good action, good karma, no problem. You will have definitely higher, better life, higher rebirth. And so therefore, we have to try our best to be a good. I always tell when I go to give the teachings, I always say, don't think about the deeper dharma and things. Very first thing is we have to be a good human being. If you are not good human being, you don't have the base for the Buddha Dharma practice of the Dharma. So to be a good human being, you don't have to be a Buddhist. But of course, Buddhist, if you are Buddhist, then you must have to be a good human being. But otherwise, just to be a good human being, you don't have to be a Buddhist. Buddhist means who took refuge, vows, that since then you become Buddhist. Before that, you are not Buddhist. Even though you have devotion, you believe in the Dharma, you have respect in the Buddha, that doesn't make you the Buddhist. You have to take the refuge vow. So, before taking refuge vow, to take refuge vow may be very difficult for the people. Wow, when you say wow, V-O-W, vow, maybe whether I can continue or not, or what sort of vow it is, you have so much worry. That then we should not worry too much. Becoming a Buddhist is trying to be a good human being. We are trying. We are not good, but we are trying. Try, then you'll be good. So we make mistakes. So we should not be worried, because we are still human beings. We will make the mistakes. But we have also wisdom. We have also intelligence to identify what is good and what is not good. So you should use that sort of wisdom. And tell to yourself, I should be a good human being. It is very necessary. We talk today, we have even an organization, International World Peace Organization. And the international, so there are this kind of few organizations. They are supposed to create the peace actually in the world. But the world becoming more and more dangerous. More war, more new sophisticated weapons are coming. What are they doing now? Oh, we can't do. Nobody can do actual world peace if we don't tell to ourselves, this mind, be a good man, good mind. So even though we can be a good person, that we 1 or 200 or 1,000 cannot make whole world peace, whole world happy. But we have a lot of contributions depending on our capacity. And that should be happy. We should be happy. We are trying our best. So we should try our best But don't believe that we will, when we try our best, means we have to be perfect from the beginning. From the beginning, we cannot expect perfect. And then you see, there is the way. We make the mistakes, so we do the, tell the lie, or we fight, or we do some sort of, this is we say usually 10 non-virtuous deeds. We may do this often, intentionally or unintentionally. But we can, we can purify that. We say negative action, negative emotion. In Tibetan said migewa. But in Christian they say sin or something like that. But whether it is exactly same or not same, I don't know. But anyway, be it sin or be it non-virtuous deed, it can be cleared, it can be purified. So we should learn how to purify it. And a very simple way to purify it. So when you purify it, then this negative action will not give result. So when it doesn't give the result, then we don't have to experience negative. We don't have to experience negative result. And we are never late to start the Dharma practice, but never early. So the Buddha Dharma is two purposes. One purpose is to make all the human beings a good human being. Second is all the human beings' mind to be liberated, or mind to transform into the wisdom. That is a very long journey. We cannot expect in single lifetime. Of course, if you are good karma in the past, possible. Good karma in the past means if in the past you have been practicing it and you have done a lot of good things, good virtues did, then possible. But today is the degenerated time. So it is quite difficult. But after the death, there is a possibility for us to be enlightened. If one knows how to do it, and if one has been good practitioner, Dharma practitioner, during the life, you said? During the life. So there's a lot of options in the Buddha Dharma. Today you will learn that the Buddha Dharma, you have to be strict and you have to be, there is not everybody can practice, and something like that. It is not true. Everybody can practice the Dharma. But very first thing is you have to be very, first you must examine Buddha Dharma properly. Whether that Buddha Dharma is something you need, something you should do, or whether it is what do you call, whether it can give you what you want. So once you really understood that it can fulfill your wishes, then you decide to be a Buddhist, to practice the Buddhist. Then no change, not shakeable mind, no shaking mind, Then decide. So therefore, from the beginning, you should not have a blind faith. You must examine. You must check. You must ask people. You must even observe those who are Buddhists, how they are doing, how they are teaching. And also you just examine whether this is something you are looking for. Then catch it. Once catched, don't drop. Try to, what do you call, more closely, is it? What do you call? There's word. I forget the words. Firmly. Firmly. Firmly, more firmly. And we also should worry that, it may go down. I must hold it. Always worry that, my Dharma may go. I'll finish Dharma and try to make it closer, harder. Then you will achieve the results. So once you examined or you started the Dharma, even if you have not been able to observe very carefully, once you adopted Buddha Dharma, you become a Buddhist, then try not to lose that. Because you have not done wrong. You have done actually right things. So try to continue. Continue. Any mistakes you make, confess it. So when you confess it, the action will not give you the result. That is usually said that negative action or sin has no good quality. But it has one good quality, means in the nature of being purified. So the negative action we can be purified. You become Buddhist today, tomorrow maybe you would do something nasty to others. You should realize first, I'm not supposed to do this. You should have regret for whatever mistakes you do. And then you should confess. Confess means how to confess. Very simple. If there is a master, in front of master. If there's no master, in front of the Buddha statue. If you don't have the Buddha statue, just imagine the Buddhas are in the space everywhere. In front of them, you just sit down or stand up, whatever way you do, and you try to remember what negative action you did. And then you should strongly feel that you really did the big mistake. You are not supposed to do it. And then you make up your mind that I will not do it again. So then in front of the Buddha or Master, you just tell that I happen to do this and I will not do it. From the depth of your mind, your heart, if you do this, your negative action is confessed. It will not give you bad result. So that is also very important for all the Buddhists to understand this. So I used to say that we should not, any mistakes we do, we should not be worried. But of course, we should be regretful and we should confess it. Then you are back to the normal good Buddhist. How much time do we have?
As much time as you need.
Huh?
As much time as you need.
As much time. I will teach till tomorrow then. Okay. Then now I will explain that Buddhism has, we say, 3 vehicles. The Hinayana vehicle, and Bodhisattvayana vehicle, and it has a Mahayana vehicle. Mahayana vehicle has the 2 Bodhisattvayana vehicle and Vajrayana vehicles. So now, for the Theravadis, to be a Theravada Buddhist practitioner, you have to take the refuge vow. Refuge vow, everybody, these vehicles should take the refuge vow. To be a Theravada practitioner, first take the refuge vow, and then after that, try to practice the, they have a 5 precepts. Not killing, stealing, and telling lie, and non-alcohol or something like that. There's 5 precepts. So you just keep these 5 precepts and recite the Buddha Sutras, recite the refuge prayers, or meditate on the shamatha and the vipassana. That's enough. So through this, what happens is you can be liberated from the what we call samsara, which means you don't have to come back to world or universe without due to the karma. And you will achieve great wisdom also. You will achieve many good qualities, because they also have the clairvoyance, but the clairvoyance is limited. And they also have the miracle powers, but limited. Okay. So it's not much. This much is their practice. Theravada Hinayana's practice. So the Hinayana, why I said Hinayana saying is, it's not looking down, but Mahayana means bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, how you call in English? Bodhicitta. Bodhisattva vow. Mahayana, you have to practice them. So their motivation is for the self-liberation. They only think about their own liberation. So that is why it is called the minor vehicle. But when you go to the Mahayanas, the motivation is different. Motivation is liberation for the sake of all sentient beings. So how? First, you must understand that we all sentient beings are related in one way or another as a parent, as a children, as a brother and sisters, in many past lifetime. Even though two people are the enemy to each other, but in reality they have been father and son or daughter. They have been brothers, so on, because we are not here for the first time. We have come here many, many, many times in different form. So therefore we are all connected. We are all related. But because our body changed, our life changed, so this time we don't recognize each other. Otherwise, we have been very loving person to each other in the many past lifetime. But we changed our form. We got a new body. So then this mind can't read. Because we are not Buddha. We are not enlightened beings. So therefore Buddha said, there is no reason for us to hate one another. Because you have been very kind. I have been very grateful to you in the past many lifetimes. So is me also to you. So therefore, we must not hate. Only it is because our life changed and we do not recognize each other. So therefore, love and compassion means, today love and compassion is, in this modern society, they have a different way of explaining. I don't know whether, but real Buddhist Mahayana love and compassion is to wish all the sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of the happiness. That particular wish is the love. So we say meditate on the love, on the loving kindness, is just to concentrate, focus on this idea, and may all sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of the happiness. Like that, you meditate. Again, think. That is called meditate. Then from time to time, you should think, how nice if all the sentient beings meet happiness and the cause of the happiness. Even when you are drinking a cup of tea, you must be thinking something. Huh? Instead of thinking something, you just can wish, oh, how nice it would be if all the sentient beings are with happiness and cause of happiness. So the cause of the happiness is not the money, okay? Cause of the happiness here is saying that virtuous deed. So in other words, how nice if all sentient beings are with the happiness and practicing the virtuous deeds. And then sometimes also you should pray, may all sentient beings be with the happiness. May all sentient beings be practicing the cause of the happiness, means practicing the virtuous deeds. And this be trained yourself. Your mind can be trained. Our mind can be trained. Slowly, our mind will understand more and more, and our then negative towards others will become less and less. Then you are very comfortable to deal with anybody. Right now, we have difficulties to deal with one another is because we have this strong thinking that I and this is different. So I need good This doesn't matter, whatever it is. So this feeling makes us far from each other. So that is the loving kindness. And also from time to time, you should think that I will make. And first, you should tell me how nice all sentient beings be with happiness and the cause of the happiness. Just think. Don't need to say by word. Sometimes you can count also with what? How nice all sentient beings be with the, or may all sentient beings be with the happiness and the cause of the happiness. May all sentient beings be with happiness and cause of happiness. You can count like this every day, 100, 1,000, or as many as you like. That will also affect your mind. And then sometimes you sit down and actually there's more ways to how to focus all the sentient beings, etc. But maybe today we don't go that detail. So generally, just wish that all sentient beings, may all sentient beings be with happiness and be practicing the virtuous deed or dharma. Just again and again. In the beginning, you can do it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Meditation, all the meditations, you don't go right away for 30 minutes or 1 hour like that. Then slowly you will drop it. Think that, oh, it's a very difficult. But if you start with short period, then you will be able to continue it. And then once you do it for quite some time, you will find some interest. You would like to do more, longer. So then as you wish, you can do longer. And maybe sometimes you do that. You will never want to get up. So when you reach that part, it is called, that is called the great loving kindness. And this meditating in this loving kindness is part of accumulation of merit. Through the meditation of loving kindness, through the meditation of the compassion, you actually achieve a lot of merit. But I don't know how you interpret the merit in Christian way. Buddhist merit means your virtuous deed is the merit. And when you did the virtuous deeds, it lifts some kind of propensity in your mind. So then that propensity will work to change your life, good or bad. Okay? So that the compassion is, sometimes then also you just encourage yourself that I must place every sentient beings on the happiness and cause of happiness. And then sometimes you pray, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please bless all sentient beings be with the happiness and the cause of the happiness. So this compassion, loving kindness can be practiced through 3 ways. One is called wishing. Wishing means may all sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of the happiness. And second one is through the prayers, praying to Buddhas, and please help all the sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of the happiness. And another one, third one is commitment. You must make commitment. I must work hard to place all sentient beings with happiness and cause of happiness. You must not be thinking that, how is it possible? Whether it is possible or not possible, you should go with that, and you will achieve a lot of merits. So therefore, these four things, compassion, loving kindness, and joy, and equanimity, these four practices are called unlimited source of merit or source of unlimited merit. So through that you can gain a lot of merits. So in the beginning, if Buddhists should go with this kind of practice instead of going the Vajrayana high, these or complicated practices. As I said, first we have to be a good human being. When we are not good human being, there's not much benefit becoming or practicing the very high Vajrayana practices, because Vajrayana has more commitments to do, or more restrictions to do. Of course, sometimes it is very open, very liberal, but there is also restrictions. And if you can't give all these commitment, restrictions, Vajrayana practice cannot lead you any liberation, though it is believed to be the quickest path. But if you don't know how to practice the Vajrayana, how to build the foundation, then Vajrayana, instead of quickest path, it becomes a passive path. Passive path, you understand? Active and passive, it becomes a passive path. And just no point wasting your time. It can be, sometimes it can be your show off. That's it. But if you use any Dhamma practice for show off, that will not become the Dhamma practice. Because that your practice is mixed with the negative motivations, negative actions. So, doesn't matter what kind of Dhamma practice you do, what kind of title you have. It doesn't matter. Title doesn't make you great, actually. Your practice makes you great. And how much you train your mind makes you great. How much you reduce your worldly dharmas. We say usually worldly dharma means in the world. Normally, we human beings, we like to be rich, but we don't want to be poor. We like to be famous, but we don't want to be. What is the opposite of famous?
Neglected?
No.
Ignored?
No.
Irrelevant.
Huh? Irrelevant. No. Fame. What is the opposition of fame?
Lame?
Defamed.
Obscurity.
Huh?
Obscurity.
Obscurity.
Yes.
Obscuration? Obscurity. Huh?
Not known.
Not known. Unknown.
Unknown.
Okay. Maybe. Okay. And it's true. And we want, we want to have a high position, and we don't want to be
Nobody.
Huh?
A nobody.
We want to.
Unimportant.
Yeah. We want to be important all the time. We don't want the unimportant. Thank you, good. We don't want to be unimportant. We always want the important. It's also worldly Dhamma. It only makes you to roaming around in this world. It doesn't make you to develop your mind. And then, what else? How many we said?
6.
I said 6?
Yeah.
What are the missing? We like people to admire, but we don't like people to insult or criticize. But as a Dhamma practitioner, if somebody insults you, you should welcome. It is difficult, I know, but actually you should welcome. Because it is giving you the opportunity to practice the tolerance. We have 6 paramitas in the Mahayanas, the tolerance. There is no other situation for you to practice the tolerance until somebody irritates you, until somebody disturbs you. So when there is somebody who disturbs you, you should appreciate. You got the opportunity to practice the tolerance. Because we need all these 6 paramitas to become a Buddha Shakyamuni, like Buddha. Shakyamuni has 32 major signs. And he has very good looking, good colors. All these is the result of the tolerance. So we have to have the tolerance. Otherwise, we will be incomplete Buddha. So when there is a situation, we should accept it and should not respond. And then what else left? And then we need high position. We like the high position. We don't want the low position. We should not have that kind of feelings. The higher we be, the more we will be the arrogant. So we will be doing not good. We should not be arrogant, egoistic. We should have a simple life, simple personality. Then you will become Buddha quickly. If you want to be a very, like a, what do you call, high class life, so on, then you can't be an enlightened being. And you are not good Buddhist. Because Buddha said, don't have attachment. You have attachment, huge attachment. But in today's time, the more you are simple, the more people will ignore you. Right? The more you are a good practitioner, the more people will ignore you. Because the good practitioner is very simple life. Doesn't expect to be high. And to have a big entourages. If you really want to be a good practitioner, entourage you should not have. Only maybe 1 or 2 people who can help you when you have difficulties, like such as you get sick or anything. Otherwise, but today, You have a security guard, and then you have. This is not how a Buddhist should be, because you have to be safe person, right? You have to be a safe person. Safe person. If you need the securities, that means you are not safe person to somebody. Somebody may attack you. So that means then you are not a Dharma practitioner. You have an enemy. That means you have an enemy. If you have enemy, how can you have a compassion, a loving kindness practice? Right? And then after that, so this bodhicitta, the compassion, and the compassion is to wish, may all sentient beings be free from the suffering and the cause of the suffering. That is that particular mind is the compassion. Compassion is not the physical emotion or physical attitude, anything. And so is love. Just to wish, may all the sentient beings be with the happiness, be free from the suffering and the cause of the suffering. That particular mind is the compassion. So meditate on compassion means remember this. And sometimes also pray, may all sentient beings be free from the suffering and the cause of the suffering. Cause of the suffering is the negative action. May they not be doing the negative actions. That's it. So, compassion, loving kindness is there. Now, after that, you need a bodhicitta to become a Mahayana. To become Mahayana, you need a bodhicitta. Bodhicitta means there are two bodhicittas. Wishing and entering, we usually say wishing and entering bodhicitta. Nowadays, they have a different new translations. But sometimes they say relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicittas also. So that anyway, relative bodhicitta or wishing bodhicitta or whatever you say is just to wish. First, you must understand that all sentient beings have been your father, mother, brother, sister, relative, many, many lifetimes. And then you should then realize that all sentient beings are suffering, experiencing suffering, or are being a miserable life. And then you should think that I must place all this, my mother sentient beings, on the happiness and on the Buddhahood. So that particular thought is the bodhicitta. That's called wishing bodhicitta, the first step of the bodhicitta. Then second bodhicitta is called entering bodhicitta. Enter means not only wishing. Oh, you can actually say that, though they don't translate this, you should say the acting bodhicitta. Which means now just wishing will not help. I must act myself to become a Buddha. And this I am going to practice the Dharma in order to achieve the enlightenment for the sake of all the sentient beings. With this mind, then diligently practice the loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, generosity, tolerance, morality, and effort, and contemplation, and meditation on emptiness. Then you should put effort on these 6 parameters. So the loving kindness, compassion, all these are foundation, like a kindergarten. But this loving kindness, compassion should continue with you until you become the Buddha. So now you finished kindergarten, now you go to actually practice. So then you need to practice the 6 parameters and do meditation on the emptiness. So on the emptiness meditation, the emptiness is very complicated subject, and then many different people have a different way of saying it. And so basically emptiness, as a language, emptiness means nothingness, right? Nothing inside that. That cup is empty means nothing in the cup. It's not a nothingness. Emptiness here means when you see the cup, but when you really go to examine how this cup exists, why this is called the cup glass, how this glass exists, why this is called the glass, etc. Then you will not find the real glass, because there's no real glass. These are all built up with the atoms and atoms and atoms. There's no real one that is called the glass. Glass, you made it. It's the imputations. So is our self. There is no real oneself. Oneself is also made up. So then you should think that in reality, all the phenomena does not exist as we assume. We have to accept it as a glass temporarily, but you should not accept this glass as something like unchangeable or permanent. Then the problem comes. So if you don't have this concept of unchangeable, permanent, something like that, then your attachment is not that strong. So we have to cut the attachment to anything, to everything. Till we don't cut the attachments, our mind is tied up there with some kind of, some kind of with some kind of conception. With some kind of conception, the mind is tied up there. So is like when you go to examine where is yourself, we will not find ourselves when we go to examine. So when you don't find yourself, then you realize that yourself, calling to yourself, is just our imputation. And it really doesn't exist. So then there is no point to cling to oneself. Because the thing that you cling actually do not exist. But it's our imputation that we cling to. So like this, then you should meditate that in reality nothing exists. When analyzed, nothing exists. When analyzed, nothing exists. And then slowly, slowly stop any thought. Keep your mind free from all the thoughts. So remain on that. In the beginning, just do 1 minute, then rest. Then again start. Do 1 minute, then start. Maybe after few days, or when you become more comfortable, then you can increase the durations. Go with 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then rest, and then continue like that. With this emptiness, the purpose of the we have a 6 parameter. We say first 3 parameter. Jimba Tsudim Saba Tsundu. First 4 parameters: generosity, morality. The morality means upstanding from the 10 non-virtuous deeds. That from the mind, you decide not to do the 10 non-virtuous deeds. That mental commitment is called the non-virtuous deed. Virtuous deed. Virtuous deed. And then so this Jimba, generosity, morality, tolerance, patience, with these 4 practices, you can suppress your negative emotions such as desire, hatred, ignorance, pride, jealousy, etc. But you cannot uproot them. You cannot remove them forever. So to make you be able to remove it forever, you need to go to meditate on the emptiness. Emptiness will then make it never come back. Otherwise, you practice compassion, loving kindness, but it will come back. So I think I will stop here, and now any questions? Well, I thought first to talk a little bit about the Vajrayana, but now I think I took quite a long time. So, but in your questions, you can ask about Vajrayana or anything. Then you make just a joke. Yeah. Because
When you talk about tolerance, what about if you see something happen and somebody being horrible to somebody in your presence? Should you tolerate that?
horrible in what sort of
If
horrible?
you're somewhere and somebody makes, say, a racist comment, or
Somebody what?
if somebody makes a racist comment to somebody else and you're there, should you tolerate that?
Oh no, you
You
can
should say something.
you can nicely show the smiles, be nice, and request, and use the pleasant words. And if it doesn't work, don't be pursue, insistent. Then leave it there. No, nothing you can do. When there's nothing you can do, then it is not your fault. Yeah, usually people will say, "How could you say this and this and that?" This is not the way. Oh no, please, this is not right. Please, if he stops, okay. No stops, then leave it there. Leave him alone. because it may cause you the greater problem. Shantideva said, if there is anything that you can do to solve, then why you worry? You know, when you face some problems, okay, you feel very upset. And Shantideva said, if there is any way to make the situation better or come back to normal, what is the point for you to feel upset, to feel sad? Because it will happen back to the normal. And if there is no way to do, also no point to feel upset, because upset will not make it better. So, what do you call? So, be comfortable with whatever situation comes. Every morning when you get up, just pray whether you are Christian, whether you are Buddhist, whether you are any other religious, but you pray, may all sentient beings be with the happiness and the cause of the happiness. That is great. That will make your day great. Today we say, I am Buddhist, I am Christian, I am Hindu, but actually when you get up in the morning, they will not do these prayers. So then, how can we make the world peace? Doesn't matter you pray to if one is a Buddhist, pray to the Buddha. Say, may all sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of the happiness. If you are Christian, pray to the Jesus, Mary. May all sentient beings be with the happiness and cause of happiness. If you are Hindu, also you do that way. Because you have to make your prayer come true. But whoever is in your front is not that important. But your prayer has to come true. Okay. No more question? And somebody can make a joke then. How many of you know me? I know she knows me, right? We met. And then this, and then first time. First time? We met, right? Yes, so sorry. Very long time, yes. You are with her, right? Oh, yeah. 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 You came to London also to see me, yes. Now I remember. Or at least if you are Buddhist, if you cannot engage with other Buddhist practice, at least try to recite refuge prayer at least 3 times a day. That makes your life different. And also that gives you continue as a Buddhist. But if you don't pray, if you don't recite these refuge prayers, then you're not Buddhist actually. Okay, no question, then we conclude.
You mentioned meditation. A lot of people here are quite new to meditation or to Buddhism. Could you give us the most simple way to start?
Mm. You do the breathing. Does anybody do the breathing meditation? Breathing meditation? So if one is Buddhist, first recite the refuge prayers 3 times. If one is not Buddhist, then don't worry. And then you sit, relax, until your breathing goes to normal speed. And then sit down properly. If one is possible, keep the cross leg. If not possible, then you can sit on the chair or or maybe not on the chair. You can sit on the chair. And very important for the meditation is to keep your body in good posture, which means this spine from the bottom to the neck should be kept very straight. And must not do like this, or not to unlock this, not like this, straight. And then from here, little bit, 1 centimeter maybe down, or 2 centimeter down, little bit. And keep your eyes half opened. Many meditators, they do the open eyes, many traditions. But according to us, the more you open the eye, the more conceptualization, thoughts will come. So therefore, you keep your eyes half opened. Because if you close totally, again, you become blank. So you will not focus clearly on your object or meditation. So just keep half like this. And then this, touch the upper palate. Upper. And usually we just, the tip of the tongue, little bit bent in. But today, most of the meditation teachers, they don't instruct this. But in our tradition, yes, a little bit up and bend a little bit in. Just very, very, maybe half centimeter, and then. If you can. If you can't, it's also not a big problem. It is all right. Then I should not be looking up, not looking straight according to our tradition. Otherwise, today there are, many styles of meditation, and some say straight, and some say, up. But in our tradition, just half closed and little bit the nose level. And not necessarily nose level, because some has a big nose, so then it is but around there. And then this palm, these 2 thumbs should touch each other, because the circulation get connected. Energy circulation get connected. And then you relax first. Keep your breathing normal. And then when air goes in through your nostrils, you count 1. You mentally count. Or this is the single counting. Or you double count, you can do that. Just when your breath goes in, then it comes out 1. Then again it goes in, comes out 2. Like that at one time, 21 times you count and do this. So when this means your concentration is only on the travel of this, your breath in and out. Oh, don't let any other thoughts to come. Only concentrate. Okay. When you feel that breath going in, start from there. Okay. Then it comes out 1. Then it goes in. You just concentrate on the air, your breath itself. And then comes out 2, 3, like that 21 times. And you can rest for a while. And then you again, if you want to continue, you can start like this. Like this. So this will, what benefit you get is you will be more, your mind become more peaceful, more relaxed, that you can be more concentration ability you will achieve, more concentration ability. And I think this is brief meditation. If one is Buddhist, then after this you should dedicate the merit. Dedicate the merit means just mentally or verbally say that by doing this, may I achieve enlightenment for the sake of all the sentient beings. Then complete meditation. But if you are not Buddhist, then that's it. Get up. There are many other meditations, but I think this is more simple. You don't need any permission, don't need any initiation, anything. You can share this with your friends. So, finished, now? Okay, so thank you. Oh, I never know that. Thank you very much.
We have tea, coffee, and cakes if anyone wants to stay for a bit. And have a cake.
Okay, just 1 minute. Before we disperse, I want to thank Mr. Steve for inviting me and organizing this program for tonight. And also the Daniel, who is shooting me, and also Amy and Gary. They have always been very kind to me whenever I'm in UK and especially in Tabe. So with this opportunity, I will thank them. And then I would also thank all of you for your good motivation for coming to listen to me. I know why you want to hear from me is all of you want to be a good human being and to be kind to one another. This is very important, very important. Today, in this world, such minded people we are shortage of such minded people. More and more people become materialistic and becomes more selfish. And then this world will become more dangerous, faster. So you should not think that you are a small group, small one person, but your contribution will be huge. Even though this contribution does not have any form or shape or anything, but this contribution is very powerful. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much, and hope we will meet again soon. Thank you. Thank you.